Yo guys, welcome back. Crimson Knuckles here. I have the Tier 5 British aircraft carrier, the Furious, in this game. This is more of like a how-to and some general tips and tricks on how to play the aircraft carriers in World of Warships Legends. They've been out for quite a while now, the aircraft carriers in general. The British line is the newest one released. I'm definitely not an aircraft carrier main. However, recent games that I haven't been playing on the aircraft carrier on our side, I've noticed quite a few of the aircraft carriers are not focusing on what is most important, especially in the beginning of the battle. And you'll see that right off the bat I am targeting the destroyers. I'm spotting and I am engaging these destroyers. Two main goals in doing this, especially in a domination mode like this with 3 bases that we need to cap. One, I am spotting them for the team so they can shoot them, as well as I'm also doing damage to them, or at least trying to. You guys know that pesky destroyers are pretty hard to hit with any carrier bombs. Even the British ones can be quite tricky. Not all of these are really good drops. We do get a couple. Some are perfectly lined up and we still don't get any hits. But anyway, target destroyers, focus them, spot them. You can shoot them, your teammates will shoot at them, hopefully. And second thing is we are scaring them off the cap. Notice that we chased that, I think it was a Venom, off of Charlie. And now we're working our way to Bravo. We did manage to get off a set of fighters for that one ship right underneath me. Using those fighters to either deter or take out the enemy aircraft carriers' planes is super effective at mitigating what they can do. Even if you just chase them off, if I see a set of fighters that I'm going in a certain direction, I'll avoid them. So, I mean, mission accomplished either way. Either you're taking out their planes or you're stopping them from lining up that perfect strike on one of your friendly ships. So here we're here in Bravo. We scared off, or well, actually that Jervis got taken out. I think the Kiev bombed them, and now we're working over to Alpha because now Bravo is clear and the destroyers are going into cap. Charlie's being capped. Bravo is about to start getting capped, and now we're here in Alpha. We're keeping the Gady spotted for the battleship and the cruiser to take shots at. Do get a good hit on the Gady there. Anytime you get 2 or more hits on a destroyer, especially a destroyer, I'd call that a successful drop. Notice there's 2 destroyers in front of us. We're going to take a blind shot at this Gady because he more than likely damage conned. After that last hit, we get a lucky fire on him. So that's going to burn for a while. They did manage to cap Alpha. We don't have any destroyers on that side, or the destroyer we did have, he's not doing anything useful as of right now. I think later on in the game he might get a good hit on the carrier or the battleship, I don't remember. But anyway, we're going back to Charlie because we've got 2 friendly destroyers. They're not getting much support from the battleship because he's sitting in the back by me. I'm going to go out with a spot for them because they're sitting in the smoke screen, they can't see anything. I am going to drop a set of fighters here for them, however I didn't realize that there was Graf Spee that close, sitting behind the smoke screen. I believe there's also a destroyer close enough to take out my fighters. So we back off because the Graf Spee and the enemy fighters are placed over there. I don't want to lose all my planes. I do have 5 in this squadron. And luckily the enemy destroyers on the other side of the fighters, we see his AA flak. So we go ahead and get the drop preloaded, take a shot, finish off the Venom with 2 hits. That was a good strike. And once again, Charlie is clear, except for that Graf Spee. This is not really a good mode of attack. He's horizontal to us, so this isn't going to be a good drop to begin with. And then the fact that he's got fighters up, I'm going to lose all 3 of these planes. Shouldn't have done that, but it's still helping scare him off to the back of the map away from the destroyers, so they have to worry about him a little less. I notice over at Alpha our battleship gets taken out by the North Carolina, and that Dallas needs spots on that battleship. He's also going to need some help, especially with a destroyer over there. So I'm going to do whatever I can to try and keep this Dallas alive. That Dallas should try to get behind the island so he can't get spotted. He can shoot over it at the North Carolina. I'd be trying to take full advantage of that. Here I get rid of some of my planes. I was trying to avoid these North Carolinas as long as possible so I don't get deplaned right in the beginning of the match. But now I'm kind of forced to go into it to try and help this Dallas out. The Dallas does a good job. He's smacking this North Carolina, high explosive, armor piercing. He's doing a good job. We're going to take a drop here. Might get a fire. No, 6 hits, no fires. Great RNG. Alright, he takes out the planes, or I know they're going to go down anyway. So I get another squadron ready. We're going to go back at that North Carolina. Notice he's at 3/4 health now. Got the torpedo bombers out now. His fighter planes took out the last of my other squadron, so he doesn't have fighters up. I know that with a full squadron of torpedo bombers, I'll be able to get 2 drops up. Now this first set, I'm going to try and drop it a little early. I want to maintain momentum here. Drop it ahead. Fly past him. The North Carolina did use his first or next set of fighters. However, he used them a little too late, so they're not actually going to engage me yet. So I'm still clear to get this second drop off before all of my planes get shot right up. We're going to get the second drop off, get another 7K off of them, and immediately start up another squadron of torpedo bombers. That Dallas is really low. He's coming around the island. I know he's going to go down. He is chunking, absolutely chunking this North Carolina with the armor piercing, though. So luckily he gets that last shot off. That was about a 4K shot, 5K shot from the Dallas, and he is going to have just little enough health that I'll be able to finish him off here with both torpedo bombers. And that is going to open up Alpha. You notice we have one destroyer going from Bravo. He just capped Bravo, and now he's going into Alpha. And he is going to cap Alpha. So he is doing a good job, that little destroyer. He's also earning a lot of XP by doing that. For those of you who don't like to cap bases, but you want to make extra money, you should start capping bases for your team. Also, defending ribbons. Defending ribbons earn you a lot of experience, considering all you have to do is shoot a target that's capping a base once. So keep that in mind, guys. We're changing our directory here now that North Carolina's gone. We're going to push back in so that we can get close to... We want to get close to the enemy ships, but not too close that when we're spotted we'll get depth struck. But the closer we are, the faster we can get our planes in action. Now I'm pushing in to that Kiev, who's running towards Charlie. He's got a destroyer and the carrier is focusing him. So I want to get up there and I want to try and save him, or keep him alive as long as possible. Because I believe it's an enemy Sashio. And Japanese destroyers are very small, very nimble, very quick, very hard to hit even with the British carpet bombers. And the Kiev has decent enough guns. I'm going to drop a set of fighters here for the Kiev, take out half of his squadron, and I'm going to go back and try and spot that Sashio for him. Enemy carrier did drop a set of fighters here. I'm going around it. Grafspee comes out of nowhere. And I'm going to get the Sashio spotted right around here. Yep, there's the AA. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the drop ready. Giving him enough lead. I feel like this is just about as perfect of a drop as you're going to get. And the bombs go all around him. That happens a lot. And then the rest of my squadron gets taken out by the fighters. That was a risk I was willing to take because that looked like a perfect drop on them. But I got nothing out of it, so thanks RNG. And we're going to go back after this Asashio. Now here, I noticed he was making a beeline, and he was headed straight for me. A couple hundred meters up. Actually, he spots me there just for a split second. Luckily, he turns in towards the Kiev and Charlie, but I'm still going to keep continuing back, because if that Kiev goes down, then the Asashio will be able to take him out pretty easy. But we are close enough that we can keep our fighter, keep him basically perma-spotted for this Kiev. Kiev smoked up, which was an awesome decision by him. We get a nice drop there, 2 hits and a fire on the Asashio. The Kiev is lighting up this Asashio from this smoke screen. Asashio can't see him. He shoots some torps out, but the fighters from the last drop that I did, the bombers rather, on their return, they actually ended up spotting those torpedoes for the Kiev. So the Kiev is he's gonna dodge all those torps, and we're making a beeline back to keep that Asashio spotted for him. Unfortunately, the Asashio does gun him down. He got too close to him within the smoke screen, and proxy spotted him. Now Asashio's going for that Kiev's smoke screen. We're gonna try and get a drop on him before he gets in there. We do get lucky. We get 1 hit. We also got another defended ribbon. And we're going to turn around, try and line up this shot as quick as he can before he gets in that smoke screen. I had a general idea of where he was, and the carpet bombers let out so many bombs with a decent chance of hitting him. And we get lucky there. Get a nice drop on him in the smoke screen. So yeah, carriers. Main things. Spot the enemy DDs in the beginning of the match. Keep them spotted throughout the match. Hopefully your teammates shoot at them. Definitely shoot your HE bombs, use torpedoes on them, get them to change course, get them to maintain a course if you're coming up behind them with torpedo bombers. Makes it a little easier for your teammates to shoot them if they're shooting them. Push with your team. Don't be so far in the back that you can't get your planes into the action quick enough, but also not so close that your aircraft carrier gets detected, whether it be by enemy planes or enemy destroyers. You want to maintain effectiveness throughout the game. You want to be able to focus any given target that is of the most importance at any point in the game. That's what carriers are meant to do. They're meant to spot. They're meant to provide aerial support on any given target at any time. Carriers are still the most powerful regardless of what other people say. I believe that between their spotting, their ability to pick any target that they want and focus them, and the fact that they don't risk any of their own HP throughout the match, makes them the best class, even over destroyers now. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like, subscribe, be back for more vids. Later.